Hey guys, for some of you daily coffee drinkers, you probably know that this is a re-upload. I was getting messages from some of you guys who have the bell turned on YouTube so that you're prompted with a notification banner on your lock screen whenever I post a new video. And you guys were saying that you could see that, but it wasn't showing up in any of your sub boxes. So I had some of my friends try it out as well, and they couldn't see it either. So this is essentially just for everybody whose sub box it wasn't reaching, which was probably, I think 8% of my viewership has that turned on. So for the rest of you, here is the Star Wars Rebels sequel series update video I posted yesterday. Thank you guys, God bless, may the Force be with you always. Hey, what's going on everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Star Wars Coffee. Where in today's episode, we're going to be taking a look at the Star Wars Rebels sequel series and some new news about what is going on with it. That's today here on Star Wars Coffee. Star Wars Rebels has ended, and now the Clone Wars Season 7 has ended, Resistance has ended, so what does this mean? It means there is no current Star Wars animated series happening. And if you've been following the channel for a little while, you know that there is always, in my opinion, some type of animated series going on, and there has been since 2008. And so, there is definitely going to be a new Star Wars animated series in the works. And there already is 2 of them. If you've been following with the channel, you're familiar with this. We have playlists on my channel for both of these, on the Rebels sequel series and the Clone Wars sequel series. But what we're going to be talking about today is the Rebels sequel series. And we've been getting some new information from the Kessel Run guys, Corey Van Dyke and Noah Outlaw, and they've been talking about what we can expect from these. So, Corey Van Dyke has taken to Twitter and said the following: upon talking to more sources, a lot of them are calling this a Rebels successor series. Going back to what we said, this isn't a Rebels 2, the series will be about more than just the hunt for Ezra. If I had to guess, we'll see Zeb and Hera turn up at some point. So this is essentially what I've been saying in all of my coverage of the Rebels sequel series. Hence my playlist title, and every time I talk about it, I call it the Rebels sequel series, not a Rebels successor series. So it's not a continuation of Rebels in any sense. There's not going to be any new Star Wars Rebels seasons. So it's going to be a different name. It's going to be just the continuation in the same way that the Clone Wars sequel series will be the same timeline, but it will just focus on different characters. So it's going to continue the timeline, but it's just going to continue to pick up the characters. So where the last episode of Rebels left off, expect the timeline to pick up from there, just following a different set of characters. That's the simplest way to think about it. And so, in terms of when we can expect an announcement from this, Corey Van Dyke said that these be it rumors until Lucasfilm confirms both of these shows hopefully soon. We are very firm on both of these shows happening, and I can't wait till the official announcement drops, which will hopefully be in the next 2 months, which suggests that there's going to be some type of Star Wars announcement then. And I would say that since there's no Star Wars Celebration, Lucasfilm is going to have to do some type of panel, some type of little Star Wars conference, Star Wars Con, something like that, in order to announce all of these big casting news and just give fans something to be excited about. Because The Mandalorian is great, but every year they always give us what we can expect in the future for Star Wars to keep fans energized and to keep them motivated to keep consuming content. And if they don't do that this year, that's going to be something that's going to be detrimental to fans and to the consumption of Star Wars content, which you gotta remember, Star Wars is Star Wars and we all love it, but it's run by Disney, who is a business, and the goal is to make money. And if Star Wars doesn't make money, they're going to do less Star Wars. So if they don't do that, I predict that Star Wars will make less money because nobody's going to know what's going on with it. However, back to what we were talking about with the Rebel sequel series, Bespin Bulletin has also confirmed what the Kessel Run guys have been talking about. So Bespin Bulletin also took to Twitter and said the following: months upon months ago, pre The Rise of Skywalker, I was told there was a successor to Rebels in development. What that is, I don't know. The word sequel wasn't used. It didn't seem imminent. However, it appears that the Kessel Run guys is now hearing it's a successor series also. So now we have 2 different insiders talking about this in terms of this is happening, both of them have heard about it, and the fact that we are getting more multiple sources, more insiders talking about this is excellent news in terms of the validity of these rumors and to be able to substantiate the claims that they've been making, which is something that I think is really important in terms of, making sure that we're grounded in the likelihood of this happening. Because the last thing I want to do is give you guys a bunch of information that doesn't come to fruition. I like to take my time when it comes to these rumors, and depending on the source it's from, I will either run with it because I have trust in the source, or I'll either wait for other sources to confirm it. And this happened a few days ago, so I've been waiting for something else to happen, and Bespin Bulletin piggybacked on top of the fact that the Rebels sequel series is continuing in development and will likely be announced in the next couple of months, which is something that I'm really excited for. And I think that we should all be excited for an announcement from Lucasfilm. I think that's what we should be excited for more than anything other than the Mandalorian Season 2 trailer. But I think that they would be smart to do it by doing a Star Wars type of panel, event, live stream, something, where they do the Mandalorian Season 2 trailer, teaser, whatever, and then they announce these shows, and then they announce the casting news of the Mandalorian Season 2 with Rosario Dawson and Tamara Morrison. So, that's just my perspective on it. But to sum up the content of this video, we're talking about Bespin Bulletin piggybacking on the Kessel Run guys, talking about the fact that the Rebels sequel series is happening. And that's something that I think we should all be very, very excited about. So let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. Thank you guys for watching. May God bless you, and the Force be with you always. If you enjoyed this episode, and frankly, even if you didn't, don't forget to subscribe.
Do it!
And if you want to help spread the word, please give this video a thumbs up and tell your friends to subscribe. Please check out the official Star Wars Coffee merchandise, and don't forget to check out all of the content playlists on this channel, including The Rise of Skywalker, The Mandalorian, and much more.